Kelsey, how are you doing today?
Hi Amanda, I'm good. I'm just tired.
Oh, you're tired?
Yes, this week is homecoming.
What have you been doing to prepare for homecoming?
We've been pomping ever since September, or like the beginning of September is when we started. And so we've been pomping since then. And then there's a lot of other events that we've been preparing for this week.
What are some of the other events?
There's a harvest carnival that they do for the children here in Stillwater. And like each of the sororities and fraternities kind of make like a game or something for the kids to enjoy while they're there. And there's also like a chili cook-off that some of the different groups on campus do, as well as at the carnival. And then there's a painting on Hester Street. There's a homecoming parade, and then there's just a pep rally, and that's where they kind of give the awards to the sororities and fraternities who won throughout the week for like their sign and their banners and stuff.
Wow, that's a lot of things that go on. Have you been to any of them?
I have in my previous years, but not this year yet, so this week will be really fun to see what they have.
What are you planning on going to this year?
This year I plan on going to the parade, and then to the pep rally, and then we went to the harvest carnival, so that was really fun, but it's been a good turnout so far.
It's been a good turnout?
A lot of people have been coming. A lot more people came this year to the harvest carnival than they have the previous years, so that's a lot better than what
Well, that's really good that there's been a huge turnout for everything like that. Have you been to homecoming before?
I have my previous 2 years, so it's been fun. It's definitely one of the busiest weeks, but it's a week you'll never forget.
What makes this week so busy?
With all the pomping, and then on your last 2 days, on Thursday night is when you do overnight or like pomping and you go and stay overnight. So it's a long night, but they kind of make it fun for you by having some guests that come in throughout the night. But it's, depending on the weather, it can be pretty bad. Because I know my previous years, it's been really cold and rainy, and we've had to been outside. And so it kind of messed up some parts of like our decks because of the pomping paper. And the rain like destroyed that, plus it was cold, so a lot of girls and guys got sick. So it's definitely, you won't forget it.
So you're telling me from previous years it's just been a little bit miserable, sort of?
Yes, it's been very miserable.
Are you hoping for the better for this year?
I am, but it's definitely a bonding experience, and it's fun that you get to be paired up with different fraternities each year. That way you get to know the different people around the Greek system.
You were telling me that special guests were coming throughout the night?
Yes, they usually have some of like the football or like the basketball players and football players come by. And some of them will bring food, and so they kind of just like, it's a little break for everyone who's pomping at the time, but you kind of do different shifts, so some people will get to see them and some people will not.
So there's shifts during all-night pomp?
There is. There's 2 shifts, and there's one that's like, it starts earlier, and they're usually about 12-hour shifts, and then the other one goes until morning. So I always try to be like the first group, that way I can get just a little bit sleep before class if we have class. But luckily this year it's fall break, so we don't have any classes on Friday.
Well, that's always good that, you know, there's a day off where you don't really have to worry about classes at all.
It's very good, I'm so glad. It gives us a bit of a break before walk-arounds that night before the game on Saturday.
Do your family come up for a walk-around?
They do. They like to come look at the different decks, especially my sister-in-law's family likes to come up as well because she used to be a part of the Greek system, and so she likes to see all the different decks and stuff.
Is it basically a tradition from the past 2 years on now?
It is a tradition. I love it, and hopefully it'll continue on.
From my understanding, it sounds like you want to keep homecoming a tradition within your family because of all the great experience that you've had here.
Yes, it's a lot of fun, and I want to continue it with my family.
Some of the things that you stated earlier really stood out to me. First was that you had so many festivities going on this week, and that you have to complete 12 hours this week of pomping and all-night pomp, and that just all seems very hectic. But it sounds like that everything you've been participating in has been a lot of fun for you. Does that summarize up your week pretty well?
Yes, it does.
Well, Kelsey, it was so great speaking with you today.
Thank you so much. I'll see you next week.